Hi guys, it's Willie or Tiff of Willie B Studios. Either or is fine. And yeah, I just want to welcome you to my channel if you haven't been here before, and welcome you to the Nate's Art Lab Collab. When he told me that they were going to be doing cloud pours this go around, I was super excited that he asked me to be a part of it because many of you might know I'm slightly obsessed with cloud pours. Like, I can't stop doing them. They're just my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I don't know. They just are. So I love them. But anyway, I'm super excited to be a part of this collaboration. Thank you again, Nate, for inviting me to do this. I'm going to shut up now and we're going to get to painting. And yeah, we're going to go through all the paint colors and my whole process in the actual video. So yeah, again, thanks so much for anyone who's new here. And yeah, let's see what I spin out. Hi guys, let's get right into it. So I'm going to be using Billabong by this little Piggy, Lakeside, and also Ballgown by this little Piggy. So yeah, we'll get to pouring or filling my cup here. So yeah, this is a 18-inch round high density MDF board, and first in I'm going to do a little bit of Ballgown. This is going to be a turquoise green by oh gosh, Master's Touch. This is Greenish Blue by Amsterdam. This is my Vallejo Pearl medium, an Artist Loft soft body cloud mix. I definitely want to put more of that than you would think. This is going to be Cerulean Blue. Yeah, I'm tapping right here because I let these paints sit, but I still had bubbles. So I was kind of trying to dislodge those. That was Cerulean Blue by Amsterdam. This is Billabong by this little Piggy. Then I'm going to go back to a little bit of the greenish blue. Then some more cloud mix. Yeah, deciding there. I kind of decided something different. This is the Cerulean Blue. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yes, I go back to just a little bit of greenish blue and then the Lakeside. That is Ballgown. Greenish blue. And I believe we end with the greenish blue. So there's my cup. You can definitely see that cloud layer is thicker. That's kind of how you want it to look. And, you know, with this one, oh, and this is just like a base coat of some drips from a painting I did a little while ago. And I thinned it out, and it just gives a nice base for this paint to, you know, move around. So I always pour out my cup in real time so you guys can see how slow I go. But yeah, I just knew I wanted something like earthy, meaning like blues and greens, like the earth. When you look down from space, you see beautiful blues and greens and whites. And that's kind of what I was going for in this, just a nice color palette. I don't use green very often. And even though I said that one color was a turquoise green, it really pulls more of a phthalo green. That turquoise green is actually by Master's Touch. And I've used it in the past,
maybe 2 other times over the past few years since I've been doing these cloud pours. And as much as I love it, I did forget that it does like to hang on to bubbles. So air bubbles. And if you've been on my channel, you know that I hate air bubbles. So I usually let my paint sit upwards of 4 to 5 days. It just depends. 3 is really usually the magic number. I let them sit so all the bubbles can dissipate. But, I went into paint and these were these were still holding on to bubbles, specifically this turquoise green and actually the cerulean blue too. So hindsight's 2020, I would have preferred to let these sit one more day, but I was like, no, I really want to paint. And it doesn't ruin anything. It's just my personal preference that I like to let those air bubbles completely dissipate. So anyway, I added a little twist to this pour out, and I definitely take time pouring out my cup. But what you're going to see now is me move the paint around the canvas as soon as I catch this. But I move the paint around in a circular motion, and I did a lot of like tilting on this piece, just kind of moving it around and seeing, what I wanted to keep or what I was going to have to lose. I actually wanted more of the bluish green around the outside, but I filled my cup a little bit too full this go around. I think I was just excited to use green, which I haven't used in a while. So a lot of this will be sped up, and I do spin as well. So I'm going to shut up and just kind of let you guys watch, and I will be back a little bit later. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back. So, yeah, thanks so much for hanging in with me during this, slow tilt spin out piece. That's definitely why I sped some things up, because I tilt really, really slowly. And this poured out of the cup really nicely. I loved the composition right away. And the clouds reacted really beautifully. Honestly, I'm really looking at this, probably saying out loud at some point, like, these stupid bubbles. I hate these air bubbles that popped up in my painting. And there was a moment where I thought, should I just scrape it and just paint the next day? But I am so glad that I didn't do that, because it dried really beautifully, and you'll see that at the end of this video. So yeah, I'm just tweaking it right now. The cloud mix, the Vallejo Pearl medium, it is just such a lovely cloud mix. For me specifically, I have so many people that ask me, why don't you use satin enamel? Well, for me, oh yeah, on a side note, I just put my palette knife into the painting, but it was on the edge, so I fixed it pretty easily. Excuse me. But yeah, the satin enamels, for me, I never loved the way that they looked. Maybe it's just my climate, but they always had kind of this chalky feel, and sometimes they would split. I just never really loved that. And the Vallejo Pearl medium, I mean, it's a pearl medium. So your clouds have this soft, pearlized kind of effect that's just different. In my opinion, it's just different. It's just my favorite. And I've been on a kick with using it with the Artist Loft Soft Body White, which is reactive in and of itself. But I also use it with Amsterdam as well, and I'm going to be testing it with another white paint here in the near future. Okay, so here's the details. There's those pigments. There's a lot of pigments in this piece. So, but yeah, the clouding, super happy with. What I always try to go for is depth in my cloud pieces, where there's opacity and transparency in the cloud, and it gives this kind of sense of depth that is just really lovely. I got some lovely lacing. I got some cells, And I like my paints thicker. They're like a 3-second trace. They're thicker than a lot of cloud pours. And I do that because I want the lines to hold. I want the rings to hold. I want the folds to hold. So that's why I like thicker cloud pours. So if someone says, you can't do cloud pours with thin paint, that's a big fat lie. You just come talk to me and I'll help you out. So here is a wet image of the piece, and here comes a dried video in my studio in front of a studio light. It dried beautifully. The little air bubble pinhole things totally don't bother me anymore. It just dried absolutely amazing. If you hear growling, that's my dog. Stop. But yeah, there it is, you guys. And let me know what you think of this piece down below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And Nate, thank you so much for asking me to do this cloud pour collab with you guys. I'm super appreciative. And there's a dried image. But yeah, again, thanks so much, guys. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.